The holidays are here, and Detroit Public Theater is putting audiences in a festive mood with Holiday Cabaret. This is the second year for the production, which features performances of familiar holiday tunes and theatrical songs. Holiday Cabaret runs through December 22nd, and I had a chance to speak with one of the performers who happens to be a native Detroiter. Here's my conversation with the artist known as Deb. Welcome, Deb. We're so excited to have you today to learn about this fantastic cabaret that's going on.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you having me on. Thank you.
So let's talk about the cabaret just briefly in a nutshell, and then we'll talk about the performers and particularly about you because you've got a great story of accomplishment. So tell me about this cabaret that's going on right now.
Yeah, so the Detroit Public Theater is doing their Holiday Cabaret. It's our second annual cabaret, so we're really excited. All the four performers that are, including myself, are back for a second year, so we're really grateful to be back. The show, I feel like I would describe it is a show for people who don't typically like to go to see shows. I think it is a show that it is all encompassing of the holidays. I mean, I think with holiday shows, you often find that people are talking about all the joy, all the happiness, all the love, all the light of the holidays, which is beautiful, but they don't talk about the grief at the holidays. Maybe you've lost a loved one. Maybe you've had a breakup or something, but that is we talk about that. There's some humor. We talk about the capitalism, the commercialism of the holidays, that how that can kind of get with us, and we talk about it in kind of a funny way. It's a little, it's a little vulgar, which is fun, and it makes you never know what to expect. But I promise you, I guarantee you'll definitely be laughing. You'll probably cry a little bit, but you'll leave the theater better than you came in. I think it's just such a fun. It's a show for everybody. Everybody can take something from it, I think.
That's awesome. But like you said, it's a little naughty because I noticed it said it's not your grandmother's cabaret. This
Yeah, yeah.
is a modern day cabaret.
For sure, it's definitely a modern day cabaret. Like I said, but I think your granny would enjoy it too. So I think everybody is enjoyed it. Yeah, we do some traditional holiday songs, of course, but not always in a traditional way. But we do some songs you've never heard before because there were songs I didn't hear that I had never heard that we doing. I was like, oh wow, this is really cool. And it's just fun. Like you get, like I say, you take away a bit of the this it's something that talks about grief a little bit. It talks about your you maybe, like I say, you're going through a breakup, but it talks about it in a silly way. Maybe you have some kooky cousins. It's all encompassing of the holidays. It's really
And it's
fun.
not just Christmas. You touch on
No.
the holidays.
Yeah, we talk about all the, we talk a little bit about Hanukkah. One of our dear cast members is Jewish, so he does it in a really fun way. Eric Gutman, he's fantastic. He talks about the Hanukkah and the beautiful nuance of of Hanukkah and things I didn't know about Hanukkah. He tells about, and of course, like I said, we do talk about all traditions of the holidays, not just one specific one.
So you mentioned Eric. Tell us about the other cast members.
Yeah, Eric Gutman. And then there's Brianna Sloan, and then there's Ariel Crosby. They're all incredible. Ariel Crosby just came off of her principal role height thing. She did The Color Purple as Celie. She's done. She played Becky and the waitress. She's done all. She did The Bodyguard. She was the lead in that. She's done all these fantastic things. Brianna Sloan also has done some incredible things. She just did a fantastic show at the Flint Repertory Theater, and Eric Gutman has done all. He did a Broadway for a while. We call him Michigan's favorite. He is Michigan's favorite. So they're all so phenomenal, and I am so grateful to be able to share the stage with them.
So
It's
these
a
are
really
all
great blend.
fantastic performers and people that you'll be bragging about in the future or sharing with people. I saw so and so when they performed in Detroit, and maybe something that somebody already knows about. So
Oh
you have
yeah.
a great story as well. And hey, I checked out your website. I love that, just the name of it, Devin singing, because
Yep.
we all know there's singing and then there's
And
sang.
they're singing. There he is.
So Deb
Definitely.
can sing. So we
Yes, yes.
like
We're
that.
all singing in this show too. That's another
All
thing. You're
right.
gonna hear some good old singing in the show as well. So
Okay.
yeah, it's really cool.
So tell me about your background.
Oh well, I'm born and raised from Detroit. I'm a Detroit native. I went to Detroit Institute of Music Education for my undergrad. where I got my bachelor's in commercial music performance, concentration in voice. And then during the pandemic, I actually moved to New York. I moved to New York and I got my master's degree in voice at NYU for musical theater. And since then, I've just while I was in Detroit, of course, in high school, I did Mosaic Theater of Detroit. That's where I found my love for theater. Um, because I've been singing since I could talk. I've been singing my entire life. I started singing in church, of course, and I've sung, like I said, the entire gamut of my life has been. I don't remember a day I didn't sing, and so that I've been really grateful to be able to share that gift with people for a very, very long time, and to be able to tell people stories. Realize I can tell stories through song and through acting has been a real treat, and it's been become part of my purpose. And so I'm really grateful to be able to do it and to have been able to share the stage with fantastic people like Ariel, Eric, and Brianna, but also, share stages with people like Elizabeth Stanley and Josh Groban and Audra McDonald and these people who are, you know, phenoms in the
Such a
space.
range. I saw
Yeah.
Josh Groban to Don Was to Thornetta Davis. That's a heck of a
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Yes. Don Was, Thornetta Davis. It's really been a great. I've been very grateful to have been to experience those things with people, and I believe that my purpose is to leave people better than they came to me with through song and through expression.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
And I think what was most touching to me on your website was your post when you graduated from NYU with your master's in music and thanking your mother and just talking about how, you know, you're sharing that degree with everybody because you want to inspire people. Talk about that a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes kids, you were lucky to be in Mosaic, but maybe they don't quite get that kind of exposure. And so they don't get that push they need at a younger age to be confident.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's funny because I started school, what people say late. I didn't go to undergrad until I was 21. Um, but I'm a first generation student, so nobody in my family had ever gone to college, and my mom actually didn't finish high school. So and my mom passed away in 2018. And so when I graduated in 2022, she didn't see me graduate from undergrad or from, my master's degree, but she was always so proud of the fact that we all even just graduated from high school. And she would say like I have four siblings, and she would say like those degrees, those diplomas were hers because I mean, she fought tooth and nail. She and my dad both, were just really great champions of like making sure that we got love when we didn't have maybe financial security. We had loving security, and that's what got us through constantly.
Let's talk specifically about the cabaret in terms of tickets and time and all that, because it sounds like it would be a fun thing to just bring a group of people and come together and just have a good holiday outing.
Our matinees are at 2 o'clock. Our evening shows typically start at 8 o'clock, typically Thursday through Sunday. It's running till December 22nd, and it's the Holiday Cabaret, and it is just like I said. You do group. There are group prices, which so people like to bring groups along, which is a really fun time. We love the energy from the crowd always, so we want as many people as we can get in the seats.
Awesome. And talk about the venue because it looked like a great setting to have an
It
event, a
it
performance.
is. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful theater. The Detroit Public Theater has been going. They're celebrating their 10th season this year, so they've been going for 10 years. But they've only been in this particular building for about two. So it's a new refurbished. It was a car garage. It's like a historical building. It's about 100 years old. It was a car garage, and it has a beautiful black box type of theater, and then there's a beautiful lobby where there's a bar so you can grab a drink, come into the theater, and have a good time. It is a beautiful, beautiful place to do work.
Anything else that you'd like to close with? Any inspirational tips to someone aspiring?
Oh yeah, I think that make sure that you love what you do even when it doesn't love you back, because I mean there are times, I was just telling a friend I could go back to New York and I could have a tour and I could be gone for the next year of my life touring the country, or I could go back to New York and work in a coffee shop for a year. Like it's a toss up. So love it even when it doesn't love you back, but that's why you do it, to change people in that love.
Thank you so much, Deb. And we look forward to seeing this performance. I got to squeeze in a time when I can go see it because it sounds great.
Yes, please come and see it.